Hello everybody and welcome back to another video on the channel. This is Everything DC, Marvel, and More, the Legends TV show review. I'm your EDM host, Luke, and be sure to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications if you are enjoying the video. So, for those who have not heard the news, sadly, DC's Legends of Tomorrow has been canceled and will not be returning for a season 8. So that season 5 finale you saw of the Legends getting arrested is the last time you'll see the Legends, and you'll never be able to see how that plays out unless they appear in a crossover. So I'm just as mad as you guys that they did cancel the show on a cliffhanger. It's very, very disappointing. So yeah, it is very, very sad. But today we are going to be taking a trip down memory lane, and we are going to be going through every single seasons 1 through 7 of DC's Legends of Tomorrow, and we're going to be talking all about 5 different topic points about each season, and we're going to be giving all the seasons ratings and say which one quote unquote wins that category. At the very end, we'll be saying which season I enjoyed the most from least to greatest, and we will so let's get right into the video. So before I begin, I did have and make I just finished recording my Batwoman video. For those who do not know, Batwoman has also been canceled and will not be returning for a season 4. So that Batwoman season 3 finale was also the finale, the season finale that you guys saw. And that video took 25 minutes, and Batwoman has 3 seasons. Legends has 7 seasons. So I'm going to try to keep it the same length. I'm going to go a little bit way more faster through these categories. Not so fast, but just a little bit more faster. So let's get right into it, and let's try to get this all done before 25 minutes. So topic point number 1 is the big bads. So we do have some big bads in Legends. So Legends Season 1. The big bad for Legends Season 1 was indeed no other than Vandal Savage. So Vandal Savage was the Season 1 main villain. And so next, Season 2's main villain was actually Season 2's... What was Season 2's main villain? Season 2's... Yes, okay, Season 2's... Sorry. So Season 2's main villain was actually no other than, if I recall, it was Damien Dark, Malcolm Merlyn, and Eobard Thawne, but not the Tom Cavanaugh, the Matt Lester version. So, personally, I have to say, I watched The Flash. I now watched the Arrow, but I know both of those Arrow characters very, very well. And I did watch The Flash, so I was very excited when watching the season of Legends because it was like 3 characters that I really, really enjoyed. So next comes Season 3 of Legends, which did have was Mollus. So Mollus was the villain for this season. That kind of big creepy monster thing. I'm not sure if you guys remember Mollus, but he was the villain for this season. I do have to say, I'm not really sure if I liked that villain. Oh, excuse me. I'm not sure if I liked that villain that much, but that was the season 3 villain. Then the season 4 for Legends, the season 4 villain was Neron, right? Yeah, so the season 4 villain was Neron, It was like it was the like one demon person, and that person actually did that person actually did was somewhat my, to say, it was a good villain, but I'm not sure. Trying to think. I can't really. I mean, I remember the character that a little bit, but that was kind of like the season with the whole um, with like the fugitives and all those characters. So yeah, so that was Neuron. Then we had um, then we had season 5 of Legends, which season 5 of Legends, that villain was all of the people. Was like, like the chart, how it's kind of hard to explain this, I would say. It was the original Guardians of Time. That's what it says in the synopsis. Um, where it was like, well, how Charlie became that kind of, you could say, villain person. And yeah, so yeah, so that season of season 5, and then season 6 villains. Season 6 villains was um, was actually Bishop. So Bishop was that villain and the whole Sarah Lance storyline, and then season 7's villain was all those robots, and I guess you could say Evil Gideon. And sadly, that was the final season of Legends. So for my favorite big bad, I would probably give it to season 2. I would say I do think season 2 did win the Big Bads award. So I do have to give it to them. Um, so I will put this right here. So season 2 did win that award. Next is episode structure. So how they structured their episodes. So season 1 did structure their episodes with having 2 plot episodes and then having their one villain. And that went all the way through. So there was no crossover that they did actually participate in, Legends did for season 1. So they just had all 16 of their episodes be, all of them be mainly focusing on Vandal Savage. And another thing too is at the end, the season finale is when Sarah found out about her sister, Laurel. So yeah. So then for season 2 of the episode structure, we had like episodes 1, 2, and 3 kind of be we're kind of like all focused on they were all focused on the JSA, the Justice Society of America. And then they did kind of start their storyline a little bit. And then episode 7 was the invasion crossover. And then they had the rest of their storyline with their 17 episodes that season. Then season 3 did have their first part of the villain storyline until episode 8, which Crisis on Infinite Earths. Then the end of their season, and they had 18 episodes. Season 4 had season 4 they did not participate. Legends did not in that crossover. So season 4 instead just went all the way through with their villain storyline. Then season 5 did participate in a crossover. It was actually episode 0. So episode 0 was their Crisis on Infinite Earths episode, and then they started off with their official episode 1 a week later, which was the official start of their crossover, which they went all the way through again to episode 14 with their Guardians of Time storyline. Then season 6 had their first storyline from episodes 1 through 7, which episode 7 was Back to the Finale Part 2, which was the finale from season 5, and then went all the way to episode 15. Then episode 7, season 7, we did have the first 2 episodes, and then we had the 100th episode of Legends, which had a bunch of characters come back from the previous seasons, and then that season ended with episode 13. So for the episode structure, I think I would have to give it to actually season 7, maybe. Well, actually, maybe actually season 6. So just kind of how season 6 was really the only season that they actually could show that they break up the storyline, just because they had with season 6 how trying to see. So they had I'm getting some of my crossovers, not crossovers, some of my things. Yeah, so season 6 did a good job with going from season 1 or episode 1 to episode 7, which was our first storyline, and then episode 8 to 15. So it was a pretty good, I would say, kind of breaking up in those storylines. So I would have to give it to season 6 for the episode structure. And then we go into topic point number 3, the plot. So, in my opinion, season 1 for the plot of Legends, I would say that, yes, it was good. I just didn't know if I really enjoyed it that much. Season 2 with the plot, I did enjoy it with Malcolm Merlyn and all those characters. Season 3 was kind of the start of how Legends is kind of changing their kind of ways of things, with kind of becoming more of a light, kind of funny show, which I did enjoy. I do enjoy Legends, but I'm not really sure if I liked the whole, Mala storyline. Season 4, the plot, I don't know if I really enjoyed all the Hayworld stuff with the theme park, all those things. Season 5, I did like the Guardians of Time. That was a good one. Season 6, I don't know if I really enjoyed all of the Sarah missing kind of storyline. That was a little bit iffy, but then it comes season 7. So season 7, I would say, wins this one. I feel like the plot for season 7 was just super, super well made. I don't know what about it was, but just something about it made it very, very well made. I think just kind of how they had the storyline, like how the legends were kind of like they were not lost, but they were broken up into kind of two teams. So it was Astra, Spooner, and Human Gideon on kind of one team, and then it would have been Sarah, Ava, Gary, Nate, and Zari on one team, and then they had the brand new character of Gwen, who also then was on their team. So it was kind of like all split up. It wasn't really split up that evenly. There was a lot more people on the one team, but I just really enjoyed how it was, split up, and then each episode kind of focused on a different like storyline from their team. So it was almost like it was two storylines, but they all connected very, very well together, and they did it very, very well. So like one episode would be the Astra, Spooner, and Human Gideon, and then the next episode would be the storyline of, you know, the storyline of Sarah, Nate, Gary, all those people, and then the next episode would be Human Gideon, Astra, Spooner again, and then we just keep going back and forth, and it did it very well in each episode where they kept getting very close together, and then soon enough they came together, and then that was the end of that storyline. Was like that storyline for that plot was done once they met each other, and then it started a brand new storyline when they were all together, which I think was very, very well made. And then it had the whole kind of robot storyline with like their alternate kind of selves. And I just really, really enjoyed how they did that season. So I do have to say, Legends season 7, their last season. It's very, very sad to say that, but I do have to say they do win the plot. Next is the characters. This is going to be a fun one because new characters come and go every single season. So how I'm going to talk about this is I'm going to say the cast from season 1, and then I'm going to say who left and who came. So from season 1, we had Victor Garber as Martin Stein, Brandon Routh as Ray Palmer, Arthur Darville as Rip Hunter, Katie Lotz as Sarah Lance, Franz Darmath as Jefferson Jackson, and then Sierra Renee as Kendra Sanders / Hawkgirl, Falk Henschel as Carter Hall / Hawkman, Amy Pemberton as Gideon for the voice form, Dominic Purcell as Mick Rory / Heatwave, and then Wentworth Miller as Leonard Snart / Captain Cold. Then comes season 2, where we did actually have 2 new characters. Every single character from season 1 stayed, but we had 2 brand new characters, which was Macy Richardson Sellers as Amaya / Vixen, and then we also introduced Nick Zano as Nate Haywood / Steel. Then season 3 came, and we did have every single character. No characters have left. Oh, and actually, my apologies. Season 2, we did have 2 characters leave. We had Hawkman and Hawkgirl leave in season 2. Sorry about that. And then season 3, we had all the characters stay from season 2. Added on was Tella Ash as Zari Tomaz. And then we also had added on to the main cast. We had Kian Lonsdale as Wally West / Kid Flash. And we had, as a recurring cast member, we had Jess McCallan as Ava Sharp and Adam Treskaman as Gary Green. So then comes season 4, was when it pretty much changed a little bit. We had everyone from season 3, but sadly, Martin Stein and Jax did leave the cast. So now we have everyone previously but those two, and added on is actually Macy Richardson Sellers not playing same actor, but instead of playing Amaya, is actually playing Charlie. So then the main cast was added on. Jess McClain was added on to the main cast in season 4 as Ava Sharp. Then Courtney Ford was also added to the main cast as Nora Dark / the fairy godmother. And then Ramona Yun as Mona Wu, which was the, kind of bear character. And then also John Constantine was also added on to the main cast for season 4. And yeah. So now for season 5, some characters did some characters. Actually, I'm not sure if any character left. Yeah, I don't think any character did leave, but we did get a new character, which is Olivia Swan as Astra Logue, which everyone knows Astra. She's been here since season 5 and is still here in season 7. Now that I'm looking at this, the only character that I do see that did leave, that I just remembered, is actually Mona Wu. So Mona was only there for season 4, and she did leave in season 5. Then for season 6, we did have both Courtney Ford as Nora Dark and Brandon Ruth as the Atom. They both left in season 5. And we did have in season 6, we also had Macy Richardson Sellers as Charlie also leave. And then Tala Ash as Zara Tomaz has actually changed characters and is now playing Zari Tarazi, who is another new character, Bayrod, who is Bayrod's brother, who is played by Shan Sabayan. So again, we have new characters will be added on to the main cast. Is Gary Green by Adam Truskman, and then also Bayrod Tarazi as Shan Sabayan, and Lizeth Chavez as Esperanza Spooner Cruz. And that is all for the new cast members. Then finally, for season 7, we did have Heatwave Dominic Purcell leave the cast, and we did actually have Amy Luz Pemberton as Gideon come back that season, but instead of voice form, actually come in as a human form. And that was the only changes we did have in the characters there. So for the characters, I do have to also give it to season 7. I have to say season 7 for characters was definitely very, very well. And I have to say Tala Ash did very, very well playing all of these characters. She played 3 characters that season. She played Zari Tarazi, she played Zari Tomaz, and she played Zari Tarazi, the robot form. So she played 3 characters, which is crazy. And so I do want to give props to her on that. Another thing, too, in season 7, we did also have Matt Ryan not play Constantine, but actually play Dr. Gwen Davies. So that is also a thing to say as well, which I also really like that character. Just the character rotation in Legends, they change. They have new characters every single season. So I do have to say, personally, just my favorite. The characters does have to go into season 7 because I just very much feel like they had the very well characters. Next is season overall. So far our season overall it's actually tied. Or no, it's not. Sorry, I read that wrong. It is not tied. So the season with the most awards given is actually season 7. So the final season of Legends, season 7, won the Plot and Characters Awards. Season 6 won the Episode Structure Award, and then Season 2 won the Big Bads Award. So now Season 7 is crowned in my opinion, the best season of Legends of Tomorrow. Now, before I do continue, this was just released yesterday night, but I didn't want to read it. This was from Tala Ash, who plays Zari Tarazi, Zari Tomaz, all those people, and she did tweet out on Twitter about her time on Legends. So I've not read it yet, but I am going to read it right now. So for a moment in time, I got to play a superhero. So many time periods, costumes, stories, and laughs. God, so many laughs. This show changed my life, and I will treasure the relationships I made for the rest of my life. Gutted to not have a proper goodbye with the Legends family, but grateful for the time we had together. Good reminder that we're not promised anything. Forever grateful to Mark Guggenheim and Phil Klemmer for hiring me and listening to my many thoughts and ideas. To Greg Berlanti and Mark Pedowitz for always supporting our unicorn of a show, our genius writers, and the finest crew in the town. To everyone who supported us, who got our show, and our incredible fans, we have the best of the best. Thank you. So, that is what Ash had to say. And I don't want to take the next few minutes to talk about this. Am I sad? Yes. I do have to say, I am very sad. Legends was... You see, Legends was one of those shows that you could watch on a Tuesday night, or you could watch on Thursday night, or you could even watch, any night during the day. They always had a new night. You could always watch any day. And it would just really make you laugh. I think there's a lot of shows, and Legends is the only one that made it work. I think a lot of shows, like for example, there was an episode of Flash that was trying to be super, super funny, and it was I remember now, it was the goodbye episode to Carlos Valdez, who plays Cisco. His goodbye episode, they try to make it really funny with the character who make people dance, and they were dancing, and they try to be super, super funny, but it just didn't work. It felt awkward. See, Legends, the cast they had, how they wrote the show, it just really worked. And I think it's the only show that could have that kind of funny feel, because a lot of these other shows are super serious. And it's just, I feel like it's just kind of disappointing that they didn't get a true season finale. And I don't know, every single minute since this announcement, and again, by the time I'm recording, even though this is going to be coming out, way later than I've created this, probably going to be coming out on, you'll probably be seeing this on Thursday. Every single minute, I just keep thinking about the news that came out, because when I think about it, I'm like, okay, Batwoman got canceled. Okay, Legends got canceled, but I keep thinking, okay, that was it. The thing about, Arrow, the thing about Black Lightning, the thing about Supergirl, we knew it was her finale, so we could have that emotion of it being a finale, and it would actually make it enjoy it more. Legends and Batwoman, we didn't know that. We didn't know it was going to be its finale, so we just thought it was a regular season finale, and it wasn't its finale. And it's almost like I would want to rewatch those finales and treat it as if, okay, this is the season finale. And I was going to do that, but I was thinking, well, I can't. I just feel like, that wasn't made for a season finale, so I don't think I could watch it and think of it as a season finale, because it wasn't made for a season finale. And that's kind of where I'm getting at now, is because I just feel like they deserved more, if that makes sense. And it's almost like I'm disappointed that they weren't able to get a season finale, because I think they definitely could have. And even if there is a crossover this upcoming season, I don't know. I think if there's a crossover and if Legends is involved, it's going to be like super simple, as if like the Flash just runs and grabs every single Legends member who's in prison. But like, I don't want that to happen. It's almost like I kind of want them to see that storyline of them in prison and kind of see what they do with that storyline, instead of just having a character bust through the wall and then just grab them. You know what I mean? And I think that's where I'm getting to, where it's kind of just disappointing that we'll never ever kind of see that properly finish. And like a lot of people said that like they don't really like Legends anymore. But the thing to bring up too is like seasons 1, 2, and 3 were kind of like the like the seasons where it was like the Arrow, or it was like Batwoman, or it was like Flash. 4, 5, and 6 is when it changed and when it became more of a show that we've never seen before, which I really enjoyed. I just felt like it was a show that you could, enjoy. And now it's it's over. So that was kind of my little bit of a thing I wanted to talk about. That was kind of it was to um, all it was to talk about, and I do think that this show, does have that feel to it, and I don't think, like, I think if they wanted to make another show like it, I don't think they could, because like Legends was its kind of like own type of show, if that makes sense. But I think I'm going to end the video there. I hope you all did enjoy it very, very much. I will be having a live stream soon going over the finale of season 1 of Naomi. So I hope all of you guys do very, very much enjoy it. I hope all of you guys enjoy. Let me know what you thought about the Legends finale and your thoughts on this. I hope all of you guys stay safe, stay awesome, and most importantly, stay yourself. I will see all of you guys later. Goodbye.